I'm going to show you how to complete the Devil's Pack in Kingdom Come Deliverance II, and if you follow the steps in this guide you'll unlock the trophy achievement, the 37. So speak to Kubyenka at the back of the Devil's Den, exhaust his dialogue. You'll now have a new marker on your map where you need to go speak to Bohuta down at Grund. Now he's at the church here, so be careful with this guy, he may end up with a fight if you pick the wrong dialogue options. So select the following dialogue options, and that's going to lead you around the back of the church where you can speak to him more, and you'll get a map from him as well.
Do you know where I could find him now?
You can progress the quest and move on from here, but if you want an additional treasure map from Bohuta, select We Can Pray from him there, and you just need to follow him around to the back of the church to pray at his brother's grave. You need to select the following dialogue options correctly, so that way you don't end up in a fight, and he's going to give you a treasure map. If you do end up with a fight, you don't want to kill him, just use your fists and knock him out.
Is that Slav?
I
Was that
it was far to get
this
here.
Let's get to it then.
Pater Noster. Advente ad. Your turn now.
Pater Noster. Amen.
Exactly. Here, take this. You're a good man. It's a map to a place where I've stashed some things.
Next you'll need to speak to the innkeeper at this inn and exhaust all of his dialogue. What that's going to do is unlock 2 check markers on your map, and they're close by. One will be to the north where you need to speak to the butcher's wife and rescue Ada, and one will be nearby to the south of our location where you need to find more about Ranyek from another inn. So now we've got 2 new check markers, one north and one south nearby. We're going to do the one to the north here where we need to speak to the butcher's wife and rescue Ada.
Greetings. Do you...
I'm looking for someone.
Is that so?
One.
And now who are...
On the contrary, he's a
Christ, he's got here, but now...
And where will I find your...
Outside the...
I better go and see your husband.
Hurry. Care.
What do you want? And who the hell are you?
Leave him alone and untie him.
Why would I do...
I came for this man, and that's all I care about.
Well, you should fucking care. That horse, he's...
Maybe it's just talk.
I found a...
Have you...
What?
Right, so you've no idea what happened?
As you wish.
Oh, he's twitching too much. I have to cut the other end, on the tree.
Zaraz kogoś zajebie. O kurwa. O kurwa, było blisko. O kurwa mać. Kimko? Renyek.
Yes, I was...
O, ty taki... Hej, broń.
A weapon.
Tak. No jak?
You... If you... I'm not giving you anything.
Ale gdyby...
Janosh,
No ja...
you mean...
Tak.
Fantastic.
Ale to...
He was what?
No dobra.
Later then. Give me a break. Doesn't matter now.
Now we're going to head south and ask at another inn about Renyek, and there's going to be some guys playing dice. You need to speak to these group of people and follow them to some big mud pit, and just follow the prompts I take here to find out what's happened to Renyek.
Were you the ones who played dice with Ranyek in shit?
You know Ranyek? Then you must have a drink with us.
I won't say no to that.
That's what I like. We can...
Lead the way then.
Come on, Ranyek's waiting. Take care.
happens. Just watch where
Careful.
you're going next
Tell
time.
me then, what did he give you for it?
Sure. I tell you, and you dob me.
So where is he? That's shit. I'm sorry to hear it.
That's in the shit, more like. But
He was no friend.
then either you give us... What do you choose?
I'm gonna pull Ranyek out.
What?
Just where exactly will I find him?
I don't know.
And
Just pull that bow, chump.
So Ranyek owed the money, things got bad, and he ended up dead down buried here. So just around this spot here until you see the prompt down the bottom right of where you need to start to see the prompt collect and examine. Just keep pressing that and eventually you'll pick out the body of Renyek. What you need to do is loot the body with the bow and you'll see new dialogue options with those dice players. I myself just handed over the bow.
It's a good thing Capon can't see me right now.
Think about it.
Come on, do it! Find the bow!
Not another step. So,
Oh.
and the bow.
there it is.
Next we want to head a little short distance to the northwest and speak to the Bailiff at Miskowitz. Now exhaust all of the dialogue options with this Bailiff and that's going to unlock some new objectives, one of them being a quest called the Collector, which we'll get into a moment further in this guide. Select all these dialogue options where you want to help Loyza, who's sick in a bed next to us here in this room, and you want to free Janosh from the pillory he's locked in. First up we'll heal Loyza. Just select the following dialogue options to heal him up, and then you can go back and speak to the Bailiff. So you probably only need to heal Loyza if you want to go and try and pay for Janosh's freedom, one of the guys we need to find for the Dry Devil. Otherwise stick around for the alternate method for freeing Janosh, who's locked up at the pillory. It's in the center of the town. There's a pillory, he's in the stocks. There's a big lake in the middle of the town, it's right next to that lake.
I'm gonna bandage you now. I have a healing potion for you. Drink this. You'll feel better. Something for the pain. Hail Mary, please. This I ask. May Loyza recover soon. Well, that's done. It should be enough to keep him alive.
Okay, so we've healed Loyza, so speak to the Bailiff about him, and he's going to offer to free Janosh from the pillory he's locked in, but he's going to want 500 Ganesh. So if you don't want to part with 500 Ganesh, this is an alternate method I'll show you now on how to free Janosh.
I can wait.
So Janosh is locked up in the stocks they call a pillory. So there's a big lake in the middle of this village, and you'll see it if you follow the lake around, you'll see the stocks here. So wait until night time and change into your dark clothing if you like, and what you need to do is knock out that guard and take the keys off him. There'll be two sets of keys. Take out the single key. There's a single key called the key to the pillory. That's what you need to unlock Josh from those stocks over there.
What are you doing? Hey, I'm freeing you. Go straight to the
So we've freed Janosh from the pillory. He'll take off back to the Devil's Den. You want to hightail it out of there as well, because the guards are going to come along as well. As mentioned earlier in the guide, when we spoke to the Bailiff, you would have unlocked a quest called the Collector. So you need to find Matthew and get a book off him. And this is the camp right there. So put a check marker right there. This is where the camp is, where Matthew is located. And Matthew is one of the guys we're trying to find for the Dry Devil for this quest. And it looks like he has no interest in joining. So just rob him and look for the book and take the book off him. It's up to you if you want to take him out as well in his sleep to progress the quest. But this is the path I took for that trophy achievement at the end. So the heat is still on from freeing Janosh from the pillory, and these are the consequences. I've just been caught by a guard by going back to the town, putting on my noble gear. I'm going to talk my way out of it. So use your charm and charisma. And as you can see from the options here, it only costs 100 Ganesh just to bribe the guard as well, which is a lot cheaper than paying 500 with the Bailiff. So it's up to you if you want to pay the 100 or use one of your highest charisma options here. After that, just return to the Bailiff. Just look on your map. He may be located somewhere else. He'll be marked on the map.
Utter nonsense, all of this. You're keeping me from an important mission. You'll have to answer to the nobility for this.
Oh, I apologize, Lord.
I have the book the collector stole.
Lad, you have no idea how happy you just made me. And what about the collector? Do I understand correctly that he is taken care of?
The collector is truly dead.
Now if it still says find Matthew, don't go back to the Dry Devil yet at Devil's Den. The achievement won't work, the trophy won't unlock. So you can find Matthew along this road here during the day. So before we robbed him of the book, and you could have killed him, you might progress the quest. Otherwise you can talk to him here during the day, and whatever options you choose at the end, you're going to try and chase it down. So it's up to you if you want to try and take him out. Otherwise, as soon as the dialogue's options where you got the tick there, talk to Matthew is ticked, that'll update your journal. So after this, I'm just going to hightail it out of here, and you can take off on your horse, or I've been doing up my agility and speed, so I can pretty much run really fast away from this.
The devil's counting on me to find and
Why should I?
Well,
Now that that's out of the way.
alright.
I've had enough.
You're in for an ass-kicking, you piece of shit!
Your journal's been updated now to talk to the Dry Devil, so head on back as long as you've found and the game's acknowledged all of the NPCs you had to look for, alive or dead. Then we can go back here and unlock that trophy achievement. So you'll find the Dry Devil here at the Devil's Den outside during the day. Exhaust his dialogue and select the following options during the drinking party at night, and return here and get that trophy achievement.
Shut up!
Not.
You should...
I suppose so. Thanks, Shishka.
We should so.
To all of us.
I hope it not. I too. That.
Tell him.
I also found Matthew, but he grew... What did he say?
Nothing.
What?
And Ranyek is dead.
Sam.
Not...
Kurdan. What about the?
And Bohuta, so he could pass...
So he get far.
That's it.
So.
Unfortunately. So...
Yes.
Would? I'd be delighted. Take...
So the you
What? We'd... Of course we'll drink.
do like that. You
Fell...
I am it. So, how did you...
Honestly,
Aye, you were almost enough.
so what's next, now that your band is back together?
Well, I've got Kubyenka, Adar, and Janosh.